Hey y'all, thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel, Twin Oaks Farm Poultry. I'm Melissa and we are here at our small home place we call Twin Oaks Family Farm in rural Southeast Ohio, USA. And we're checking in with the egg production flock. So this is January 15th, 2024, and it is about 19 degrees. This is about the warmest it's going to get all day, and its skies are clear. It's not doing anything messy or stormy outside right now. Everything's froze, so the mud is froze up. So really conditions are pretty good outside. It's just cold, and actually looks like this is probably going to be about the nicest day we're going to have for maybe about a week before we get into a good warm up again. So gonna just check in with our egg production flock and take a look at how they're doing and tell you the couple things that we've done to cope with the cold weather and what we're doing to try to keep water to them and keep them eating and keep the gals laying eggs for us. So they're doing well. We got to give the lighting there a few moments at least to adjust. But this is a group of mostly Isa Brown hens that are a little over a year old, and we've got some other breeds in here as well, some Leghorns, a Lavender Orpington, some mixed breed ones there that lay some of the green tinted eggs and blue tinted eggs. So just kind of checking in. So some of the things going on, like I said, it's about 19 degrees. We normally do keep this single heat lamp with a red bulb in it here in our coop regardless, and we usually have it raised up high enough that it's really not impacting the hens as far as a source of warmth. But we have it in here actually because they do have an enclosed chicken run beyond that little chicken door, but that chicken door right there is open all the time. They also have 3 windows that we can secure shut with I need to dust them off really, but so we have little blocks of wood where we can secure those shut. So we've had a lot of high winds, so we do have them secured closed right now, but there is, like I said, that little chicken door opening that's always open. So we're always being aware of deterring any kind of small predators from coming in here. And we've always been told that a red lamp in the hen house will deter some of the smaller predators. So we leave that on in here all the time. Like I said, it's generally raised up enough it's not impacting them for heat, but we did lower it just a bit and actually added a second one. We also usually have a bigger water in here, a 5-gallon water. We decided to go back to our single-gallon waters for this cold spell. For one thing, we're going to keep smaller quantities of water in the chicken coop at one time, but check them and swap them out more frequently. So these 2 waters each hold a gallon each. They've been in the chicken pen probably about 3 hours. They've got them the one is almost empty, and then this one's about half here. So we'll be swapping those out soon, but we can see that they stayed thawed. So, we find that if we leave like the 5-gallon water in here and they don't get it drank down, then all of that water is frozen. So it really doesn't do us any favors to have bunches and bunches of water in here when it's freezing temperatures. We do better by putting smaller quantities in here and keeping them switched out. So we also make sure we keep feed to them. We do see them eat higher quantity of food when it's cold. In general, a hen, even in egg production, will need about 1.5 pound of feed a week. So we plan on, 1.5 pound of feed, like a complete feed that's nutritious and really supporting the egg production and supporting their nourishment needs. But about 1.5 pounds of complete feedstuffs weekly per hen. So we find that if we just figure 2 pounds per week per hen, that's generous, and when there's extreme conditions, it covers that. So they do eat a little more than normal when the weather is extreme. We think it's best to keep the feed to them free choice. If they're eating, then that's hopefully supporting egg production and keeping keeping things going for our hens. So when it's super cold, find some system that works for you to keep water thawed and available to them. Find some system that works for you to keep feed to them. Let them free choice. Let them eat a little more if they want it, because the conditions are extreme. And we are trying to keep these hens laying. So we want to keep their food consumption up. We need to keep them hydrated, keep their water consumption up, and we need to keep them relatively comfortable. Now, I do believe that hens will tolerate, a wide range of temperatures. I don't necessarily believe that they need to have a temperature controlled coop, but one observation we've had about chickens in general is they will gravitate to the most comfortable spot, and if the other spots where they live are super uncomfortable, they'll just avoid them. So we did add a second heat lamp in here, and we have it a little lower so that they're able to use it more of a heat source. And we put it a little closer to where our nest boxes are, because we don't want our girls to camp out over there and divert all of their energy from their food and water to just survival and slow down on their egg production. Now, I know that their egg production is not dependent on the outdoor temperature necessarily, but we also know from raising meat chickens that chickens really don't internalize physical stress well, and it will put them off of performance production if they have a lot of stress that they can't manage. So our opinion is, with even the egg chickens, we want to keep them relatively comfortable so that they continue to put energy into the production of eggs, which is the performance parameter for this group of birds, right? So we decided to put this second heat lamp, slightly closer to the nesting area where they lay their eggs, so that they will use more of the whole pen, even in these extreme temperatures. And you can see we do have some gals in here. And actually, we were in here early morning, like a little after daybreak, and already got 13 eggs out of this pen. We've been getting around 30, so we do expect some more egg production today. So we actually do have some to gather. There's a couple in there. Guaranteed this hen is probably sitting on a few eggs. She's wanting in that box. There's no eggs in there as of yet. She wants me to leave her alone too. There's a couple eggs. Guaranteed she's sitting on several. We believe she's either, I want to say a black Orpington, but you know what? She's even bigger than our Orpingtons usually get. I'm wondering if she is actually an Australorp. We did have a hen sitting under there, but she's not now. So probably as this week goes on, we'll probably get some pine shavings bedding, and put a little bit in the nest boxes for them, and a little bit down here around their feeder at their roost area here, and over by their water. A couple things we would use that for, it's extra dust bathing material, something they can nestle down into. Also, we want it absorbent around the waters, because we don't want them getting wet. That will freeze. That can give them frostbite. So we don't want them getting the water tossed out around the water's base there and getting their feet wet, and maybe getting frostbite. So we want something absorbent there. So those would be the reasons we would have a little bit more shavings in here. A little bit of absorbency on the floor, a little bit of extra material that they can be warm with. At night, our gals do roost here. I think that fits about 8 or 9 of them actually, and some of them will roost on that bar in front of the eggs there, the nest there, and some of them just will dust bathe. So hey, thanks for joining us wherever you are. I hope you're staying warm, and put any questions or feedback in the comments. We love to read them. We answer what we can and research what we need to, but we try to respond to all of them. So may all your eggs be excellent and your chicken dinners be winners. God bless y'all.